Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm actually going to be doing an update video on this head unit. This is probably my most asked question about the car. What kind of head unit is this? You know, just the functions of it, where they can get it and everything. I've already done pretty much an overview of the entire head unit. I forget, it was probably about a year ago or so. But what I did was I kind of went through the functions of it. I also went around and told you, I had the kicker speaker upgrade, the subwoofer and all that stuff. But with this one, I want to do an update on this because a lot of people question, I guess, the longevity of it and just how it's doing and everything, because it's not some name brand like Sony or Panasonic or Pioneer or something like that that's a little bit more popular, that people are more familiar with. So I'm going to start off. This is the Idoing Android head unit. That's the only name for it. There's nothing, nothing else. It's just the brand, I guess, is Idoing. There's a couple others that look very, very similar, but this is the one I chose, and the reason for that is simply I just preferred the interface on this, and just how it looked. So this is obviously off right now. I'll turn it on in a little bit and show you, but this is what it looks like when it's off. You can see it does bump out a little bit, but it's very, very clean. The top here, I can get a good angle, but there is a little ledge here, but you don't even notice that. Honestly, I forget this is not OEM. It looks so clean, but it's it's on an angle and everything, so it really flows with the interior so well, and it really updates with everything. Updates the interior with everything. The stock head unit, as we all know, is pretty terrible, and I wanted something that had a little bit more, that kind of updated the car, and doing this kind of completely changed my mindset on the interior of this car, at least. Now I have CarPlay. Obviously there's navigation, which I just use CarPlay if I do use navigation. It has a better EQ, so I can kind of dial in the sound of the stereo system, which is so much better than stock, because stock, absolutely, like I said, it sucks. There's not many adjustments on the stock head unit that you can do to make it sound good, but with this one there's a lot more options, a lot more levels that you can change to make it sound way, way better. And obviously this has a little bit more power, so it can amplify the speakers a little bit better, so everything just sounds better, and it doesn't only just look better, it actually performs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it up, show you what the home screen is. There's a couple different interfaces that you can choose from, but this is the one I chose just because I thought it was the cleanest and it was the easiest to navigate, and it pops right up. As you can see, it turned right on. There is absolutely zero lag time with this thing. It's unbelievable. Sometimes maybe you would think that it would turn on slowly, or
GPS connected.
It has to boot up and it takes a long time. It literally, every single time I get in the car, no matter what the weather is, no matter what, it just starts right up immediately. I think it's running in the background, obviously, so when the car is off, it has some power to it, so that's why it starts up so quickly. But even so, I think maybe once or twice it's done like a reboot, like kind of reset, started from the beginning and did the whole welcome screen and everything. But otherwise, this is just what I get when I turn the car on. It's super clean. Like I said, there's a few other interfaces that you can go to, but this is the one that I just like the best. It had just the information that I needed, and I think it flows with the interior much nicer than anything else. The other one was like RNG, and it was a little too fancy, or it just didn't fit. I didn't like it as much. This one's just nicer to me. But now with the new MFD, multifunction function display, it matches with kind of like the bluish gray color. But as you can see, this is the home screen. It has your time. You can change these icons here, what your most used apps, I guess, if you want to call them. And here you got your music and stuff, but it's got you've got your Bluetooth, you got radio. Some people had some issues with the reception. I haven't. I don't listen to the radio, so I can't really comment on that too much, but any radio station that I ever do listen to, if I ever decide to listen to the radio, I don't have a problem with it. The reception's fine and no issues, but again, I mainly just use my phone, Spotify and everything for my music. But you got your navigation. I'm not going to show you the guys the navigation just because I don't want you guys to see where I live, obviously, but it's a really, really nice looking navigation. It looks really really clean, very modern, everything, and it changes with the when you turn the lights on. It gets darker, and the time and everything, it turns to like a black, you know, so it's not bright white like it is like a daytime lighting. But you know, you got your Bluetooth. You can even watch. There's a video here. This is just a Transformers preview, but as you can see, that I mean, the screen is so clear. It's honestly like a TV. It's crazy. This just comes on the head unit itself. I didn't put it on here. It's just kind of preloaded. So it's just like a preview of Transformers or whatever. But pretty cool. I mean, you can watch a video if you really wanted to while you're driving. There's no like lock or anything on it, but yeah, pretty sweet. Got all the stuff there. So hey, if you got kids in the car or your passenger or something wants to watch a movie while you drive, here you go. As you can see, it's in different language. But oh yeah, I should first start off. I did get this from AliExpress. I will put the link in the description below. It's about $300 or $350. It kind of goes on sale every once in a while, but I mean, come on, $300 to $350 for this. Awesome. You get a lot, and but yeah, I don't want to go too far into depth about everything, but I will show you just CarPlay, how it works. Just want to show you CarPlay real quick, because in the other one and the other video that I had, I wasn't able to show you because I was using my phone, but now I'm on my good camera, so I can show you what CarPlay, just how it looks on here. It looks like any other CarPlay, but I figured I would show you anyway. But I have it hooked in right here. I have a really old cord here, unfortunately. I just haven't replaced it. I have a million of them, but I have it. Ran through, it's plugged into the back of this, but I haven't run through the center console here, and it comes into the little cubby right here, the arm, whatever you call that, and I just run the cord out, and I usually leave the phone right on top of there, which is a nice spot. It doesn't move, you know, it's a little kind of like a little space for it. But all you simply do, I have my CarPlay or my Android app on this screen. You just click Z-Link. A lot of people ask me, you know, do you have to keep on, you have to click that link or that app every single time you plug your phone in? No, you don't. All you got to do is you just plug your phone in, and if you're if you left that app open, it'll just connect automatically, which is really nice. You don't have to sit there and press a million buttons. But yeah, this is, I mean, like I said, this looks like any other CarPlay. You can customize apps from your phone, which ones you want on here. For me, I only use Spotify as my music, the app that I listen to for the music. Sounds really good. I use Google Maps if I have to use navigation, phone. Everything is integrated great. I don't think you guys can see it, but my microphone is right there. It does not use the stock microphone, which is up here, but you can wire it up to there if you really wanted to, but I never did. I just left it there just for ease of access and everything, and you can't even see it. It's very hidden, so I don't even see it when I drive just because of where it's positioned, so it doesn't bother me at all. I've had this for over 2 years now. I have never once had an issue with it. It's never not started up. It's never not connected. And oh, I don't have the car on right now. Oh, let's see. I'll just turn the car on. I'll show you that the reverse does work. A lot of people have had issues about it not working and not clicking on when you reverse it, but I've never had any issues. Actually, I shouldn't say that. In the beginning, I had some connection issues. I don't know why, but I contacted AliExpress and who I bought it from, and they got back to me so quickly, and it was just a matter of making sure I had the right connections in. And as soon as I did that, everything was good. It works every single time. It's a nice big screen, which is really nice. And I love it. I mean, you know, it's so much more clear than the stock one. I don't know with the 15 guys. I know the reverse screen is up here. I don't know if it changes if you do get this, but either way, I think there's a harness that you can get to have it to go into there if you have a 15. And I highly suggest it if you do, because it's so clean. It's super clear. You can change the lines and everything that you want. You can change. You can have, if you have sensors in the back, you can have the little areas that, you know, blink red and everything if you get too close to something. So it's very customizable. You can put this in a lot of different cars. I mean, obviously this one fits this specific car, but the actual unit itself, there's a lot of different options that you can get. to make it fit in other cars. But this one specifically is for the WRX or STI. Just obviously because it literally is from up here all the way down to here. It's one giant, this whole piece. It's not just the screen. So but yeah, I mean, and it clicks right back to wherever you are. Honestly, I couldn't be more happy with this thing. For 300 or 350 bucks, I forget how much I paid. It's a no-brainer. And I ended up selling my stock head unit for, I think, 200 bucks or 250 or something like that. And I bought this one, I think I said for 300 or 350. So all in all, it costed me what, 100 bucks or so for this. And it came with all the harnesses and all the wires you needed, everything plugged right into stock. There was nothing abnormal about it. Everything plugged right in. It was literally plug and play. And I'm so happy with this thing. Honestly, I can't really say much more about it. It's really given me everything that I wanted. It's updated this interior so much. Yeah, any guy that has a base WRX or STI that doesn't have the Harman Kardon system, I highly suggest it. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description below exactly for this one. So I definitely suggest picking one up. If you do have a Harman Kardon upgrade with the upgraded stereo, they actually don't have an option for you guys, unfortunately. So if you do have that, my guess is obviously because the wiring and the harnesses and everything's a little bit different, so they didn't find a way to get it to work. So I guess they just never did one. So I don't know where it is currently, but when I bought mine, I know they didn't have that option yet. So I don't think they do still, but either way, if you have a base WRX or STI or premium WRX, you're able to get this. So I highly suggest it. There's a couple, like I said, there's a couple other brands out there that are very similar to this. I forget what the other brand is, but that one's more flat. But either way, it's so similar. But I can't suggest it enough. I'm so happy about it. It looks great. I get every single time I do a in-car video or I post something about it on my Instagram, everyone just always asks what this head unit is. So I figured I'd make this video, kind of go over it and just give you my 2.5 year thoughts of what I think about it. But it's just great. It's simple as that. I can't really say much more about it. It really is. If you guys have any questions exactly about anything about this, be sure to ask them below. My other video, I went into more depth about this, explaining about the EQ, and you can do your steering wheel controls and all that. And that's another thing. It works just like OEM with all the buttons. There's nothing different about it. It works just like OEM. You can really customize it to any way that you want, any apps that you want. There's, like I said, there's a couple different interfaces. It's really customizable to whatever that you like in your car. But for me, this is what I prefer, and this is just what I use, and I'm really happy with it. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to ask them below. I'll be happy to answer. If you haven't liked the video, please like. This channel is continuing to grow, and I'm really enjoying all the comments and the consistent subscribers that I've been getting. I'm really looking forward to kind of growing this channel. I'm getting more and more motivated to do more videos and everything, and it's like I always say this, but it's just fun for me, and I enjoy kind of sharing my experience and the mods and the ownership of this car. So yeah, that's the video. I appreciate it. If you could be sure to hit the like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and I will check you guys in the next video.